The first half is in the books, and the Chicago Bulls are up 71-58. And Lonzo Ball, man, Lonzo Ball, it's hard not to get excited. We're going to talk about it all the more, but you know what we got to do first, man. We got to play that intro, but we got things to talk about.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's get into this content. First of all, the Chicago Bulls are up on the Minnesota Timberwolves 71-58, with both teams playing the majority of their starters about the same amount of minutes, but we'll get into that. Lonzo Ball, and I said temper the expectations and let Lonzo's play dictate those expectations. Lonzo Ball looks like Lonzo Ball out there. And I get it. He's playing it at 9 minutes played. But with the minutes that Lonzo Ball was out there, the defense, he made a block shot. He stripped the ball at one point in time. He got an assist. He got a rebound. Like Lonzo Ball looks like almost the Lonzo Ball that left. Now, we still should not have those expectations that this is going to be exactly who and what Lonzo Ball is for the whole entire season. But I tell you what, getting to see Lonzo Ball come out there and look like this, good for this young man. To see this young man to go through what he's gone through and to come back and to look like this in 9 minutes so far. The ball was moving out there. He kept his head up. He was able to switch on defense. He guarded up. Like, honestly, this is no hyperbole. Lonzo basically did everything that you could possibly want to see. And I did not think we would see that from Lonzo Ball this early on. Lonzo looks like fucking Lonzo Ball. And that's crazy to say. It's crazy to say when it comes down to it. Lonzo Ball looks like Lonzo. And you got to love that, man. Love that. A rebound, an assist, a steal, a block. 2 for 2 from three-point range. Come on, man. Come on, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Trey, don't be a fucking idiot. No, like, that's not hate. He's still not going to take the starting position from Josh Giddey. Y'all need to learn what the fuck hate is. Hate is to say, oh, he's just bad. That's hate. Hate isn't like, y'all are so fucking retarded. Y'all don't understand the real definition between hate. Y'all have made the word hate lose all fucking meaning because y'all just throw out hate for everything when you hear something you don't fucking want to hear. Shut the fuck up. Like, shut the hell up. Just stupid people. Just dumb. Somebody with another grown man as they fucking avatar needs to shut the fuck up. That's what you need to do. You're a fucking idiot. No, the only thing that I'm hating on is your mama's decision not to swallow your remedial fucking ass because you're a fucking idiot. We ain't here celebrating. You come out here saying dumb shit because you're a fucking idiot and a loser. Now look at you. Now you getting cooked when we could have been celebrating Lonzo Ball looking great, but instead now we got to talk about a fucking idiot named Trey. That doesn't even have a complete name, but he's called fucking Trey. Your name is a number because you're a fucking dumbass and went off the assembly line because your mama was taking that many nuts to the face that you're just a fucking number. She couldn't pick a real name from you because she didn't even know who your daddy was because she couldn't pick out the name of the list of all the goddamn niggas who came inside her within a 2-day period, and she just named you Trey after the third motherfucker. Don't come in here with that stupid shit. We back on demon time. Lonzo Ball's back. We back on first season. Haize, it's Petty Roosevelt time in this bitch. All right, Trey, watch yourself. Nobody who's named after a fucking number because they mama couldn't pick the name out of the man that she slept with needs to be in here talking shit. Okay? That's what we need to do. Now, to get back on Lonzo Ball looks really good out there. And you love to see that Lonzo is being able to come back out here and do the thing that he's been able to do. But outside of Lonzo, right? Which Lonzo, it's all great to see how Lonzo has been playing. We got to talk about it as well. Did Patrick Williams wake the hell up? Did Patrick Williams wake up? 4 of 6 from Patrick Williams so far. 15 minutes, 10 points, 3 rebounds. He's plus 11. The whole team is plus because they were winning. But the faster pace that the Bulls team is playing right now, like Patrick Williams actually looks like he fits in. I don't know if Patrick Williams just needed to sit down and he needed to take a look at Julian Phillips and Modest Bucilis and everybody and realize, hey, I can go out and do that, right? Patrick Williams looks a lot more locked in today, and I love how the Bulls have spread out the offense. When you look at it, 6 shots for Lonzo, 8 shots for 6 shots for Patrick Williams, 8 shots for Nikola Vucevic, 5 shots for Kobe White, 8 shots for Levine, 8 shots for Giddey. They're spreading the ball out, and that is what's making this offense look so much. This offense is looking more like the version of the offense that we wanted to see, right? Is the fact of the matter is that when you see the ball zipping around in the manner in which it has been, when you see the way that and you see the Minnesota Timberwolves getting frustrated because you don't have a point of attack, right? Yeah, Josh Giddey's shooting 1 for 8. He's not shooting good at all, right? But when you look at how the ball's being spread out and how they're moving the ball around, and I got to say, are they moving without the ball? Are we seeing the Chicago Bulls consistently move without the ball? Is that what we're seeing right now? Because I tell you what, if this keeps on during the regular season, you better watch it next, because we're not even seeing some of our more athletic players out there. No Ayo, no Julian Phillips, no Modest Bucilis, no Dalen Terry. With the way that the ball is moving around here, it's crazy to watch. And this is a fun offense for the Chicago Bulls to watch. And listen, you got everybody's playing well right now because everybody's getting involved. Everybody eats. That's what we're seeing right now from the Chicago Bulls offense, is an offense that's moving everything around. And because of that, it makes spreading the ball around in that manner, it makes it to where your defense can't zero in on one person, right? So when everybody's getting about the same amount of shots, who do you zero in on? Because if you were to collapse in on Vooch, for example, who does have 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals in this game, if you were to try to zero in on the inside from Vooch, when you got the Bulls shooting 14 of 25 from three-point range right now, 14 of 25 from three-point range, 56% from three-point range of the Chicago Bulls shooting. That's crazy to see right now. This is the perfect version of what we've seen the Chicago. Now, again, it's preseason. Let's be clear here. It's preseason. Take that with a grain of salt. This is preseason. Everything that we talk about here is with the caveat of it being preseason. So you got to look at that part of it as well. But the Bulls are just, everything's going right now. So far, the Bulls have taken 7 shots in the fast break, the 3 of 7 in that time. They're 9 of 19 in the paint. They have as a team, we have a true shooting percentage of 69%. 69%. And we're having an offensive efficiency of 92. That's ridiculous. And so, with the time off that the starters have had, we talked about it. This starting group has not looked like they've been in rhythm throughout the time that they've played. At this point now, they're looking like they've gotten more in rhythm, whether it be through practice or whatever else it is. Exactly. Brandon, 100%. Minnesota is playing their starters. But here's the thing I say with the caveat of it still being preseason, because not everybody's going completely hard in preseason. But I will say this. Everything right now is looking like, if this team is trying, if this is how they're going to try to play, if this is how they're going to maintain playing, that doesn't mean the shooting efficiency is always going to be there. I'm talking about stylistically, right? Not talking about the percentage. A true shooting percentage of 69 is not going to maintain for a whole season. But with how you're moving without the ball, how you're moving the ball around, it's going to create easier opportunities. Something that I always say with the Chicago Bulls team? They don't make the offense easy on themselves. Everything the Bulls have done over the last 3 years with this offense has been more difficult, and has been made more difficult in part because they don't move without the ball. They're doing that now. Great point from Ant, the big homie here. This ain't a 90s offense anymore. This isn't an early 2000s offense anymore. This looks like an actual modern day offense, and you gotta love that. You absolutely gotta love that. We going straight, but Kobe needs more touches. No, here's the thing. In the regular season, maybe, right? But it's not about, and we can't. If we want this team to win, it's going to be so by things like this, spreading out the ball. If you get too caught up in who gets what touches. We need more touches here, whatever else. Kobe has taken 5 shots. He's gone 4 or 5 with 15. He's leading the team in scoring. You don't need to have more touches. You need to be efficient if you're not going to have a lot of touches, right? So you don't always need 22 shots. If you can get it done and be efficient in 15 shots, you don't need 22 shots. That's how this Bulls offense can thrive. Is not by anybody getting a lot of touch. Well, you're going to have games where people get a lot of touches, but being more efficient offense. And if you're more efficient, it opens up more opportunities for everybody, which keeps everybody engaged in the game. That's the important part of this. It's not about getting anybody a ton of touches. It's about within the structure of what you're actually having a structure to your offense. That's what's more important here, right? That's what's more important to see. I'm not sure if I'm getting ahead of myself, but it feels like I have more hope for this team than anticipated. The threes have been much better. The team right now looks really good. 100%. 100%. Melvin, I just hope these tank or rebuild Bulls fans don't start any trade Lonzo while he's playing well for picks. Talks during the season. It's okay to have vets and not everyone over 24 years old. I get what, but you got to understand where they're coming from, right? Because, are they going to re-sign Lonzo with all the injury concerns around him? That's a legitimate question, right? So, you're going to get the talks. Melvin, you can go ahead. I'll tell you right now, if Lonzo looks this good going forward, you're going to get those talks. There's no way around it. I think the thing that's gone underlooked is AK has instilled the want to win in these young players, in these young guys by having DeMar and Caruso here early in their careers. Big difference from our first rebuild. That's a fact. That's 100% fact. 100% fact there, brother. Super chat. It's preseason, but it's effing nice to see. Absolutely. Absolutely, it's nice to see. Brazil says less ISO means there's actually have to run plays and it's leading to team basketball. Exactly, right? Less isolation, getting everybody involved. BKR, Lonzo unreal, Vooch crushing, P. Will fired up, Zach looking healthy and raring to go, Kobe doing his thing, THT rolling in. The only real issue I've had so far is Giddey missing 3 easy layups. Yeah, this isn't a good scoring night for Giddey at all. THT is on the team. Yeah, I at this point, I don't see any basketball reasons, right? Like of why you maybe somebody can make a good argument, but like there's not going to be a great argument for Ernolop being on this team over THT. There's just not going to. What THT has done throughout these last 3 games, I just don't see it. I don't see how you can make a argument for him, for anybody making the team over him. He's shown everything. Giddey, Zoe, Kobe, Io, Zach, Pat, Phillips, Vooch, Sonogo. Is THT Zach second? Listen, you're trying too hard to think about the rotation. THT is not going to play a lot in the regular season, but having that depth there is going to be important. Man, the way we're spreading the ball amongst everyone, it looks good across the board. THT is huge. Pause, pick up. That's hilarious. You didn't even have to pause that. Lonzo's stroke is pure, no Diddy. Now, see, that's something that you definitely got to pause. That's a pause-worthy comment there, brother. THT better be on the team. Yeah, I think THT is a safe bet to make this team. If the Bulls don't bring THT on, you got to wonder what type of dirt does Ernolop have on AK. Like at that point, that's what you got to ask yourself. Bro, do you think this is reality or is the energy is about to return of Zoe? I'm hyped, bro. I mean, we'll see. Young celebrity, you don't think THT? Okay, let's go over this. Billy Donovan only goes 8 or 9 deep. THT isn't playing over Josh Giddey. He's not playing over Zach LaVine. He's not playing over Patrick Williams. He's not playing over Nikola Vucevic. He's not playing over Kobe White. He's not playing over Io DeSumo. He's not playing over Jalen Smith. He's not playing over Modest Bucilis. Maybe if the rookie just doesn't have defensive stops, maybe. When Lonzo is playing, he's not going to play over Lonzo Ball. We're 9 deep right there, right? I didn't even mention Julian Phillips and Dalen Terry. So, yeah, it's going to not be a lot of minutes there for THT. It just isn't. It's just not going to be. THT's played great, but he hasn't played better than Julian Phillips. And even if you can make the argument that he's played better than Dalen Terry, that still puts him at 10th or 11th on the depth chart. So he's not going to play a lot of minutes. THT is going to play similarly to what Derrick Jones Jr. did for the Chicago Bulls, meaning not a lot. He has not outplayed Io DeSumo. He's not outplayed Julian Phillips. He's not outplayed Modest Bucilis. He just hasn't. He hasn't. Like I said, With Modest being a rookie, you can make the conversation that especially in some defensive situations, if Modest isn't bringing it, but he hasn't outplayed those guys. He just hasn't. And that's not even when mentioning in the games that Lonzo Ball plays. He's not playing over those guys. If we're being honest, Ayo's playing better than Giddey 100%. 100%. Ayo's definitely playing better than Giddey. And listen, like I said many times before, we may end up finding out that the backcourt should have been Ayo and Kobe White. But all right, game's on. Love you guys. Go Bulls. I'll be back post-game show. Love you.